What's going on, folks? Welcome back to another SCUM video. I hope you're all doing well as always. Thank you very much for your ongoing support. The channel, guys, greatly appreciated. Now, I have been away to Canada for 10 days, so I'm a little late to the party, so to speak. So there is an update, and as I got onto the plane before I went away, the devs decided to drop the patch. Now, they know exactly when I leave my house. So when I leave, that is when they decide to drop these patches. Now, there's going to be a few updated things in here I want to show you as well, some really cool stuff. So I don't want to make the video too long. Now, just before we get into it, as you guys know, I am sponsored by GG Host, so don't forget to use my affiliate link down below in the description to get 50% off your first month, and don't forget to use RAYKIT in the promo code section upon purchase to get that 50% off. So moving forward, the Mechs now have flamethrowers, ladies and gents, which means you have to be very careful. Now, rest assured, I have done some testing with this, and they only utilize the flamethrowers if you pretty much get under their feet. Now, if you do get to that stage, you've already done it very, very wrong, and it is very, very lethal as well. Now, in conjunction to this, the devs have implemented burn gel. So on the left-hand side, you can see a 10-pot use. The one on the right is the improvised one you can craft, which is a 5-pot use. Now, in this next shot, you can see me pressing Shift-Q to get to the menu very, very quickly, which is actually one of my 1-minute SCUM tips. Now, I'm going to plug this, ladies and gents, because this is all about helping new players as well. My playlist is in the description down below for the 1-minute SCUM tips, and I've got around 70 on there. So send them out, share them to everyone, and you can get to these menus and do all sorts of different things very, very quickly. And these are some of the big secrets of SCUM. So this will help you out if you are enjoying the game. Okay, so moving on to the next part, we got the battery charger medium. I'll also plug my video down below in the description as well, next to my 1-minute SCUM tip playlist. That shows you how to charge the battery. So all they've done is added a medium charger, because they had a small and they had a large as well. So moving on from the battery charger and the burn gel, we have the vehicle parts. So the devs have actually implemented, and this is very important, this one, guys. So the devs have implemented a few different things here. So they've implemented more parts of the vehicles, and also have stated as well that this has given them the grounds to actually complete and finish all the other vehicles that we've been missing from the game, such as the boats, the bikes, and everything else as well. So in conjunction with the vehicles, you can now damage them as well. So they've actually reintroduced the vehicle damage, which has been off for months and months and months. So everyone has been driving around not having to repair anything really, other than sort of maybe wheels or something. And now you are going to have the danger of having to repair your vehicle. Also, at the same time, you can now run over players and puppets too. Now, there is a glass shiv that has been implemented to the game. Also would like to see new mechanics, like player mechanics, shall I say, or character movement for actually stabbing, because it's just sort of almost like you're hitting them with a hammer with this, which is a little disappointing. So we now have the glass shiv, which you can also find in your crafting menu too. Now, there's a few other things here that wasn't really in the patches, but this stuff that's been implemented or thrown onto Twitter, shall I say, by Tommy Slav, and thrown out on the SCUM Twitter too. So in this video clip here, you will be able to see one of the new threats that's coming in. That was the one that was at the very, very beginning of the video, by the way. Now, you can see that there is a bit of a struggle going on here, and I'm not sure if it's going to be like, do you guys remember like Resident Evil 4 when you had to like press certain buttons to get out of a certain struggle or something with an enemy? I think it might be that kind of situation, possibly. I'm not too sure, but this is actually looking really, really cool to sort of get a little bit more one-to-one with the threats, rather than just shooting them from a distance. Like, they can actually grab you, and they can actually take you down to the ground. So really, really liking this. This is going to be really, really cool. Okay, so moving on to the next bit, there's something else here from Tommy Slav posted about the hacking, like a little mini game. So you can see that there is a panel here. I'm not going to get into this. It could be something like a bomb it's almost like bomb diffusal, because you also have a timer there as well. So you may only have a certain amount of time to do this. Obviously, there is a reason why there is a timer on there, but I can't really say much more about this, because I just simply don't know. There is a lab cave here as well, so which is what I'm calling it anyway. So this is probably going to be in the abandoned bunkers as well, for the biomechanical engineered monsters that you can see that I've shown in other videos as well. So you've got Mr. Brenner on the left, and you've got this guy with the big swords on his hands or on his wrists, and they come out very, very long, very, very dangerous. You can see them on the right hand side there. So this is a sort of area you can sort of see the blueprint as well. And also on the table there, you can see it says BCU surgical implant removal, which you can see in this next shot here. So this is the actual blueprint that was actually on the table. Now, not entirely sure why you're going to be able to take these out, or how it's going to benefit the character, because there's obviously got to be pros and cons to it. So this is going to be really cool to see more of this in the future, and this is super top secret stuff allegedly, but you can see the BCU removal from the actual back of the head there. This is really cool, and I'd love to know where they're going to go with this one. I don't know where they're actually going to go with this one, but I want to know more with this. Also, we've got the radios as well, possibly. Tommy Slav said these are possibly going to be coming into the game, so you can have basically an HQ, so you could go out like, but the thing is, let's face it, not the devs, sorry, I do apologize. Players pretty much use Discord for this, so it already takes that immersion away of using an in-game radio. Now, they actually did this like 2009, 2010. There was a mod for DayZ Armor 2 which gave you this, and it was very, very cool back then, because even if you went over mountainous areas or different terrains, you would actually lose signal as well from the player you're talking to, and it was very realistic. So it would be cool to see if they implement something like that, I guess, into the game, but I don't know how it's going to work out too well because everyone uses Discord. Or you can actually find out and see other players just picking up random phones and maybe connecting to a UHF frequency or something like that. So I don't really know, so I'm not really going to talk too much about that, but it does look really cool though. Here's another shot of one of the bunkers outside, one of the abandoned ones. Like I said, there's a lot of bunkers that are going to be changing around the map, the active and the abandoned ones as well, which obviously 0.9 is coming up, and that's going to introduce a lot of new threats and AI, NPCs and stuff like that as well. So really looking forward to seeing this. There's an image here which is really, really cool actually, of inside one of the bunkers, and Tommy Slav states that this is a very, very dangerous area, and sometimes the light at the end of the tunnel isn't exactly what you want to see. Now, maybe Mr. Brenner or someone is down here, but this looks very, very lethal indeed. We have the bug fixes, so please pause the video here and have a look at this, because some of these are huge, as all bug fixes are, because if you think something hasn't changed or has changed, then you can find that out during, obviously, during this sort of phase where the developers are obviously creating this early access game. You can actually find out some of the issues here that are fixed as well. Also, not just the bug fixes, but you've also got the QOL additions here, which is also just as important, because, like, for example, down here, fourth one from the bottom, lock protection zappers now require batteries. So there are going to be a few things here. Also, another one here, you can no longer use MVG goggles with scopes. So they finally implemented all of that in, so you actually have to have either the NVG scope, or you have to have MVGs. Obviously, you're not going to be able to use MVGs through scopes, so you're going to have the scope. And plenty more stuff as well. Now, like I said, obviously I've only just got back, so I'm just going through all of this now and checking out everything. So I really appreciate your time in checking out the video. If you haven't hit the like and subscribe, then please do that, ladies and gents. We are coming up to 60,000, and I am very, very excited, and also at the same time very humbled for your support as well, and appreciate everyone taking the time out to come and learn about the game, and check out the patch notes and stuff like that too. So with that being said, stay safe, ladies and gents, and I'll catch you on the live stream tomorrow. Take care.